Yeah, keep moving forward, boys. Good job. Put it back in. I guarantee you can. Good morning.
So guys, what we're doing today is we're going to move the cattle from that paddock, which they've exhausted. Don't you think, Johnny and Danny?
It's time, yeah.
They've exhausted this over the course of the last day. Our herd weighs about 40,000 pounds is what we calculated at. And
so we've got this fancy new system. So we're partnering with this company called Monil, which allows us to, so currently what you'll see is we've got this, go ahead and touch that line for me, boys.
Grayson, do it.
So we've got a hotline running, and the idea with intensive rotational grazing is that you move your cattle every day or every other day, depending on the season.
Or a couple times a day.
Or a couple times a day. And the issue right now is it takes labor to do that, and in a perfect world, we'd be moving them multiple times a day during the peak growing season. So what we've got, I would not screw around with that.
Did you get shocked? Really, no, touch it real quick. I want you.
So the idea is we've got about 40,000 pounds of herd. Okay, and honestly, it's less than that because we've got almost a dozen
calves in there, etc.
So, but we round up a little bit. So they every day should be getting 1.5 acres. And you'll see as soon as we move this line, they're going to be hot and bothered, ready to go. And we're going to basically give them the equivalent of 1.5 acres. So, you know, we've got about 300 yards long. And we'll move them whatever the distance is. And what I'm doing right now on the app. So the animals will all have a collar on them. So instead of this fence. You'll see Ford's grab. Yeah, I know. We're gonna move you. So the entire herd will have a collar on them. And go ahead and put that on for. We're gonna test it on you. And so every day they'll have a new area that we'll designate, and you know we can designate it as small as we want. We can make it any shape we want, and from there we can kind of manipulate it based on where we have water, where we have minerals, etc., and allow them to to graze and move basically just by moving them on the phone. The cool thing about this company called Monil that I said we partnered with, they're making us their home farm, which is going to be great for us to learn this process. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with it. It'll be.
If we get you on video just falling over, it'd be interesting.
What's going to be great is you're going to be able to monitor your herd 24/7, and no matter where you are, you can move them. And what makes it easy for guys on the ground, if we want to move minerals and water, we're not driving through fences or needing two guys to hold the fence up or whatnot. So all I'm doing now is I'm going to map this out, and then we're going to basically eyeball where they would be moving if they had collars on, and then we're going to go ahead and move them.
All right. Johnny, so what John's doing now? John, describe what you're doing here.
So you can see that so this size fence, so we're going to go, you just hold this little blue dot down. So that's 1.46 acres based on what we're going to have here. And maybe we give them a little bit more. And so, yeah, we're a little bit over, what do we got? We'll call it 1.6. And so that's what we're going to map out now. But in the real world, they'll have their collars and literally
we won't have to move them.
We won't have to move them because what happens is they'll get a warning signal. So what they'll get when they leave, if they leave the herd, they'll get a warning signal, and then they get like a 10-yard radius where they can beep, 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 beep before they get shocked. And once they get shocked, they can either turn around and go back, or they can leave the herd. So sometimes you'll have calves that won't have collars on them. The calves will sneak away, and the mama bear will go get them, which is great. And they will not be shocked to re-enter. So they're actually encouraged to get back with the herd, versus like an invisible fence, like a dog or something like that, where they won't want to come back in. So, yeah, so we've got this sucker mapped out, and now we're going to go move them as if, and we're kind of sad that we're going to be done with these wires in general, but when we come out to train them, we will use this wire as the inner perimeter so that they don't learn how to find the perimeter. All right, so what we just did, we talked about moving the line. I'm kind of nostalgic about this because we're gonna be done with these pigtails here pretty soon. You guys sad about that?
No.
Well,
yes.
Dan, are
Well,
you sad about that? Putting pigtails in and moving lines?
I mean, it's pretty efficient as far as infrastructure goes, but we got plenty of other work now that we can do. So the idea is taking the labor that we would spend on moving pigtails and the energy, and go to a host of other things around the farm. So we gave them an acre and a half, and so you see I have May 17th. That's where we are right now. They've got 1.4 acres today. So this is this little lot here, and then tomorrow we've already set up the tomorrow's pasture, which is the May 18th pasture, which is right here. So now they've got, you can see that sucker. They got 1.3 acres tomorrow. This field sucks. This was 8 foot tall ragweed when we got it, and we need them to be in here and kind of munching it down. Not munching the ragweed, but stomping on the ragweed. And then when they are done with this, we're actually going to mow it. And you can kind of see what we did on the field over here. We literally came in with a finish mower afterwards. It's going to take a couple more cycles before it's perfect, but it's really helping things rejuvenate quickly. And oh, look at, you see Taco real quick. Taco's making a cameo. That dog right there.
What's up, Taco?
He's just swelling up over in field one. Oh, buddy. So anyways, he's going to come back in with the herd here in another 2 months. Poor buddy. 2 months, buddy. But anyways, the idea now is we'll be using here in the next 2 weeks, we'll be using Monil and the collars. There'll be like a 1 week training period. And then after that, everything's going to be controlled by this, and the ability for us to intensively rotational graze. It's now just going to be that much more efficient. We're going to be able to put them on places in the property. You know, right now this field is flat, it's wide open, it's easy grazing. But there's areas on the property that are hilly or woody, and places that you would never put fence. But now we can graze 1 acre at a time, and work the entire property a little bit more
And not
efficiently.
worry about grounding rods.
No, yeah, we're not
Not
pounding
worry
and grounding
about,
rods.
yeah,
Exactly right. So anyway, we're super excited about the partnership. We it's finally somebody's bringing technology into the space. There's the desire for it because people want to be able to eat this high quality of meat, but the work that's involved is pretty extensive. And unless you have child labor like we do, it's pretty difficult to do. So super excited about the partnership, and looking forward to having the whole Monil team out here at the beginning of June to train us and get this operation off the ground.